I remember waking up the next morning and I was scared to open my eyes because I didn't know if that was a dream or not.
Alfred, the defensive lineman for the Steamwheelers. This is the third injury.
Wow, this one looks like
they've got two players down now. Two players down now. It's like Bass might be down as well. He's their linebacker. He's one of the better linebackers in this league too. Well, we're going to go to break now. There's two guys down. Bass is up and getting up on his own.
That fast. That's how my whole life changed forever. I ended up hyperextending my spinal cord and had some slightly torn ligaments in my neck. So for the first few days, I was paralyzed from the waist down. And I had to basically teach myself how to do everything all over again. Getting strength every day and everything. But I had to teach myself how to stand, walk, all that, everything. It was hard, man. It really was hard. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. The constant tingling and numbness and sometimes feeling like there's nothing there. Constant repetition of therapy and all the things you have to do, It takes a lot out of you. But for me personally, I took it, as a way to get stronger mentally and spiritually. Throughout my time, going throughout my therapy sessions and everything, I would just visualize myself running again, or visualizing myself playing with my child, or visualizing myself playing ball, and it would give me motivation, to keep pushing through. So I used to meditate on it all the time, all the time, and ask God for just some strength to endure. And throughout most of this time, and throughout all this time, I found out that I had another strength that I never knew I had. I surprised myself, and I surprised some of the therapists, I surprised the people that I worked with and everything. And it's shocking that this was all just a year ago. You know what I'm saying? And like I told most of the people that I worked with throughout that time, they'll tell you that this is not regular. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that deals with these type of injuries, this doesn't happen, every time. So in order for it to happen for me, it was just constant, extra hard work. And that's how I ended up getting here. I would have occupational therapy early in the morning. Then I would have physical therapy in the afternoon. Then I would have 2 different separate workouts set before dinner and after dinner before I go to bed. That was my constant work repetition to get me back to where I need to be. Because don't get me wrong, I honestly thought this was over. I thought this was over at one point. I didn't know if I was gonna be able to do any of this again. And it's cool and it's good that I am, but my main focus and everything wasn't just to, become an athlete again. It wasn't just so I can go back and play football. One thing that stood out to me was that, I was nervous about ever being able to play with my child again. So I worked my butt off just to be able to play with him. Just be able to play with him and be able to be there for my family, an active member. And it's just, I'm glad that I'm whole again. I'm working my butt off, and I'm going to continue to try to get to the next. Try to get back on the field. But it's a moment that I had to take and digest it as golly, man, God real. You know, like I went through this, you know, and I appreciate all the people that helped me get through it. You know, all the fans, all of my friends and family that came and visited me and gave me motivation. Like y'all helped me tremendously throughout that time. And it's like now, I didn't got so accustomed to it that I feel like I ain't even get injured. Like I feel amazing. I feel young. I feel like it's crazy to me, you know. So I'm not rushing it, but I'm just happy to be goofing off with my family. I'm happy to be around my family and be home.
So until my next football contract,